The WNBA is set to lose $40 million.
Remember when the WNBA thrived thanks to Caitlin Clark's star power, with arena attendance soaring as fans flocked to watch.
Next season is canceled. It will be the end of the WNBA in the mainstream. People will not give this league.
The league seemed to strike gold with soaring merchandise sales and packed arenas, but now faces a $40 million loss. How did everything unravel so quickly? Prepare for the WNBA's wild ride from rapid success to unexpected financial downfall.
NBA investors are actually starting to get irritated. It's about
a $40 million loss is devastating, but what if it's just the start? It turns out a group of powerful figures has been quietly strategizing for years, and now they're ready to make their move.
the owners. If the NBA wanted to close this, nobody would blame them. Nobody would blame them if they wanted to shut this league down. I mean, what other league operates for 27 years in a loss? What other business does? It doesn't. It gets closed down.
Their patience is running out, and when NBA owners start inquiring, it's clear things are getting serious.
Of all owners to actually be sort of a hero on this, it is James Dolan. One of them, of course, from the Knicks, that is asking a lot of questions right now, and evidently a lot of other owners are sort of happy that he's taking.
These aren't just any questions. They're the kind that keep league commissioners up at night. For 27 years, these men have been quietly funding the WNBA, watching losses pile up year after year. But now, they've reached their breaking point. The NBA is reportedly considering disbanding the league as these owners demand transparency, tired of writing checks with no results. Can you blame them? Imagine investing millions for nearly 3 decades only to see consistent financial loss.
NBA owns nearly 60% of the league. Now listen to this. When one combines the NBA owners' personal stakes in WNBA teams and the WNBA itself, the amount rises to 75% of the league ownership is tied to the WNBA, to the NBA.
So who's leading this charge? The owner of the New York Knicks, none other than James Dolan, is now demanding answers from NBA Commissioner Adam Silver. Here's where it gets wild. Other owners are actually calling Dolan their hero for speaking up. Wait, when was the last time anyone referred to James Dolan as a hero? I'll wait. It feels like we've entered some alternate reality where Dolan is the good guy. But hey, we've seen stranger things happen in the sports world, haven't we?
The NBA team owners have invested hundreds of millions into the WNBA since 1996, per sources. Quote, the WNBA owes the NBA so much we won't see any windfall for years, a team executive told the Post. So it's going to be years, even with this broadcast, this new media rights deal, before anybody...
You might be wondering, just how involved is the NBA in all of this? Hold on tight, because here's the real kicker. The NBA owns 75% of the WNBA. That's not a typo. So when the WNBA takes a hit, the NBA does too, losing millions of dollars from its coffers every year.
Sees any money. Starting in the 2026 season, the WNBA will get up to a $2.2 billion over 11 years media.
The WNBA isn't just a business, it's a symbol of progress in sports. So why are NBA owners suddenly so upset about its finances? The answer is simple. They're watching their investment go up in flames. One anonymous team executive bluntly stated that the WNBA owes the NBA a lot, and that's not just frustration speaking. Shutting it down would be a PR disaster, and there's still hope that things could turn around. For now, the WNBA is still standing, but how long will it last? The league's future hangs by a thread, and what's about to unfold will shock you.
That means likely at least $100 million annual increase from what the WNBA currently makes from national media contracts, which is about $60 million. The WNBA is also set to expand its regular season and playoff schedule.
The potential value of the WNBA's media rights deal is $2.2 billion, over 36 times greater than their current arrangement. This isn't just a small hurdle, it's a complete game changer for the league's future.
Players are expected to opt out of the CBA by November 1 deadline, and if they do, that means the salaries are likely to rise, which would eat into the potential $60 million for the 2026 profit by the league. The $100 million in television revenue, turning the projected $40 million loss into a $60 million gain. Quote, we have not even getting any money from.
Things are getting fascinating now. Caitlin Clark is riding high, and the networks are noticing the ratings she's helping generate. After 27 years of financial losses, the WNBA might finally be on the verge of turning a profit. With Clark's impact, the league could see its media rights deal skyrocket from $60 million annually to at least $100 million. However, challenges remain. The WNBA players' push for higher pay could threaten the league's financial stability. If they decide to opt out of their current collective bargaining agreement by November 1st, it could transform the ongoing losses into a far more severe financial disaster.
This league, again, what do you do? I mean, this league is going to make some money now, all right? But again, what happens if you push all these new fans back out? What does that do for your media rights deals? Because they only got the new media rights deals because of one player. I mean, singular, let's be.
The WNBA is facing a tough situation, with players demanding higher salaries and investors growing frustrated with what seems like a losing venture. At the center of it all is Caitlin Clark, the rookie phenom, who has the potential to turn everything around if the league allows her to.
All the ratings, she got the popularity, and now all your players across the league are attacking her fans, the Iowa fans, the Indiana Fever fans. Look at those Connecticut Sun players talking about Indiana Fever fans are racist. Angel Reese talking about Indiana Fever fans are racist. Caitlin Clark fans are racist. People are going to get tired of that, and they're going to be like, the hell with it. Let's let this league burn itself to the ground where it should have been.
Remember all those new admirers of women's basketball drawn in by Caitlin Clark? Well, some WNBA players haven't exactly rolled out the welcome mat for these fresh fans. In fact, it seems like they've been pushing them away. Can you believe it? It almost looks like they're actively trying to shrink their fan base. Clark and her supporters have come under fire from certain WNBA players and executives who argue that the influx of new fans is disrupting the league's current culture.
Every single year, and it looks like the league might eventually become profitable. That is, if the WNBA players, the hatefulness, the jealousy, the pettiness, doesn't run off fans, okay? Because we know the way they treated Caitlin Clark, and we know the way a lot of these players have talked so badly about the new fans that have come in. Well, the new fans are what's going to make you money. So if you continue to talk badly about them, they're going to get fed up, and they're going to not watch this league. They're going to leave the league, and you're back to where you were, and it sounds like owners, you better not go.
It gets even worse. Accusations are surfacing that are hard to ignore. Some players, like Angel Reese, have gone as far as to call Caitlin Clark's supporters racist. Can you believe it? The very thing that could save the WNBA is being seen as a threat by some insiders.
And you got the factor of Caitlin Clark's getting the ever-loving hell beat out of her out there. So what happens if she gets hurt, severely hurt, knocked out of the league? Again, we were one eye poke away from a career being potentially a wrap.
The WNBA stands at a crossroads, and time is running out. Caitlin Clark, a megastar, is drawing thousands of fans with her incredible talent and charisma. She has the potential to elevate the league, attracting more attention, revenue, and viewers. The WNBA has a golden opportunity to capitalize on her star power and expand its fan base.
Caitlin Clark fans are getting pissed over it. They're getting tired of it. You know? And again, all these new fans, a lot of them, like us, in this house, that are actual families, a nuclear family, a traditional family unit, we don't want to see her get the crap beat out of her on the court. That's not a good look for our kids.
Instead of fully supporting Clark, some league members seem to be retaliating. There's been a noticeable pattern of bullying aimed at her, which is only driving away potential supporters.
The WNBA has seen record-breaking numbers this season in viewership, ticket sales, merch sales, and just...
Caitlin Clark is the reason the WNBA is no longer a minor blip on the sports radar. She didn't just show up, she made an immediate impact, like a basketball supernova.
At this chart for the 2024 season, the Indiana Fever are pretty much blowing out every other team. They are averaging almost 16,000 per 39 games. So this is taking into consideration not only the Indiana Fever home games, but also when they're on the road. Their lowest attendance was around 6,000 people. And if you look at the rest of the league, everybody else is around 3,000 for their lowest. Their highest attendance is...
Suddenly, women's basketball became the talk of the town, and the WNBA finally received the attention it had long desired.
Numbers are crazy. Do you know what kind of money these numbers are going to turn into? Like, this is how you grow the league. This attendance.
Let's talk about what Clark did to transform the scene. This wasn't just a small boost in interest, it was a full-on revolution. Arenas once empty were now packed to capacity, TV ratings soared, and merchandise sales shattered records. Try to grab a Caitlin Clark jersey, and it would sell out faster than hotcakes at a county fair. The impact was undeniable.
NBA. Cheap seats going for $100, that is a sign of progress. The most expensive seats to see Caitlin Clark were selling for over $4,000. When she played Angel Reese in the regular season, average ticket was selling for...
Here's where things get really exciting. Not only was Caitlin Clark well-liked, but the WNBA was also making significant money, an impressive shift for a league that had struggled to stay afloat. You might be asking, how much difference can one player truly make? Well, the answer is simple, more than you could ever imagine. The impact has been monumental.
What she does. Now, as a player, let's understand this about Caitlin Clark. #1 overall pick, on pace to become the first rookie ever to average at least 15 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. But she also leads the league with 5.4 turnovers per game, 1.3 more than...
Overnight, ticket prices skyrocketed. Seats that once cost $20 were now selling for $60, $70, or even $100, and fans were eager to pay. TV ratings soared, with games attracting millions of viewers. Even people who had never watched women's basketball before tuned in to see what all the excitement was about. The WNBA was suddenly drawing unprecedented attention, thanks to the magnetic appeal of Caitlin Clark.
Fever will have over 600,000 fans in attendance total this year, and the second best to that was in 1999 with the Washington Mystics at just over 400,000. So the Fever are going to account for over 200,000 more fans this year to their...
It wasn't just the stats. Caitlin Clark brought an entirely new level of energy to the WNBA. With her ability to make jaw-dropping plays, like clutch moments in the final seconds, long-range three-pointers, and behind-the-back passes, she captivated audiences everywhere. Her style and flair earned her praise from critics and fans alike. But how did Clark single-handedly increase the WNBA's popularity? It wasn't just her undeniable on-court talent, it was her ability to capture people's attention. She made women's basketball thrilling, unpredictable, and a must-watch spectacle. She attracted new fans, reignited interest from old ones, and turned the WNBA into a hot topic of conversation across water coolers and social media. The league now faces a pivotal moment. Ride this wave of excitement, capitalize on her star power, and expand their reach, or risk fading into obscurity. What's your take on what they should do next?